love to get mail from you. Email us at comments@outlookvideo.org.
To contact us by phone, call 408-293-3040, extension 205.
Visit our website at outlookvideo.org.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/OutlookVideo.
And connect with us at facebook.com/OutlookVideo.
With same-sex marriage legal again in California, the complexity of IRS taxes for gay couples rears its head again. Here to sort out the confusion is Rich Waterman of Waterman and Associates. Rich, thank you for coming to the program.
Thanks for having me.
So, like I said, we're talking about taxes and how that incorporates the gay community. What's probably one of the biggest questions that you come up with?
Well, there's, with the recent Supreme Court ruling on DOMA and the Windsor case, there's a lot of confusion out there. Now we have people who, we're finally getting used to this, how we've been filing taxes, and now we've got folks who are thinking about getting married, people who are domestic partners, people are married, and now starting this year, there's different rules for all three of these categories and how we're supposed to deal with it.
Right, and there's, not take away the romantic part of being married, but it's obviously a question that people need to ask themselves, and it's definitely part of the equation. For right now, what is something that somebody should consider as a major portion of?
Well, so now, especially if you're contemplating marriage, now the rules are very similar. If I, as a CPA, if I was talking to opposite sex married couples, it's very similar to, or identical now to same-sex married couples. You have to look at, there are very good things, some related to taxes, some related to other benefits you get automatically. There are certainly negatives when you marry, about now you're sharing things with two people and shared debts, shared a lot of things. So these are things everyone has to consider now. But it's equality, and with equality comes things that are very good to consider. It certainly, on the good side, it makes things a lot easier. The tax returns, just doing tax returns will be easier. Some of the benefits, partner health insurance, for example, is a common one, will now be automatic. Other benefits with partner, Social Security, et cetera, are now going to become simpler to do. Again, it's because now we're being treated identical to opposite sex married couples.
Okay, and I think I was reading somewhere where you can file as married jointly or married single.
That's correct. So you have, and again, we're just talking same-sex married couples. You could file either married filing jointly or married filing separately, both federal and state. For domestic partners, a lot of people aren't married yet but are still domestic partners. They can file that same status for California, but then they have to file single with the federal. So that's the second. As I said, there's going to be some confusion for a while we still have these two statuses: domestic partners, right, which you can still come to file as, and married, which I think most people are leaning towards that right now.
Okay. And then, for people who became legally married in, I think it was 2008, and now because of DOMA, that now it's federally recognized, can they go back and end their taxes? I mean, is it retrospective back to?
Yeah, that's correct. You can go back. The IRS in general, there's a bunch of asterisks, like there is anything with taxes, but generally you can go back 3 years, which would, for now, would be 2010. Okay. And again, generally there are some other stipulations, but generally if you go to 2010, you would have until April of 2014 to file that return and to go back and to amend it. We're still waiting on clarifications for the IRS about exactly what that means, but some of the things that we've talked about, if you had your partner, you were covering his or her health care insurance, that may be a big benefit to be able to go back and recoup that. For some people, it's not a large amount of people, but some people are going to see some tax benefits by going back. So you don't have to, you can go back 2010, 2011, and 2012 and amend your return to get money back if you can get it.
Okay.
And then starting with 2013, 2012 is a funny year because we're kind of in the middle, but starting in 2013, if you're married, as we discussed before, you must file married filing joint or married filing separate. You cannot file anymore as single for the federal.
Okay. Well, actually, lots of questions for you, but we seem to run out of time.
Oh, wow.
So, but thanks again for coming to the studio. And if you have more questions, point your web browsers to watermancpa.net, and you're watching Outlook Video. That's it for this month's edition of Outlook Video. To find all our archived segments from the past several years of Outlook Video, go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/OutlookVideo and click on the subscribe button to get future notifications of all our new segments as we post them.
And you can friend us on Facebook at facebook.com/OutlookVideo. Outlook Video is made possible by support from viewers like you and talented volunteers behind the camera. We close with scenes from Oakland Pride 2013. From all of us here at Outlook Video, thank you for returning to us, and we'll see you next month.
Bye.
Bye.
María